And we're back. Hopefully, no more spinning. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But they don't pay me to sit at the round table and figure it out either, huh? So if you haven't seen part one, go ahead and watch part one if you want. But if not, I'm just going to start where we left off. But yeah, where we left off was somebody that thought that they would never have to speak with you again. Like they was just going to tell you to go on about your business or just ghost you. And then their life was going to end up perfect. Hey, Red Violet, thank you so very much. Like their life was going to end up perfect and yours was just going to be trash. But Spirit said, let's flip that. Since that's what you wanted for them, let's flip that shit. Now somebody is receiving judgment because they listened to somebody who did not have the best for them. Somebody who got them fucked up, who got them, yay, Shaylin, who got them messed up, who told them the wrong way to go, and they didn't do any homework, no checking, and they went the wrong way. Because like I said, you the truth. You are the truth, and this person is understanding this now. You the truth. You were speaking very clearly. And then on top of that, you said your truth and walked the fuck away. So somebody is really kind of upset that they allow themselves to do that. Like I said, you spoke your truth in no uncertain terms. Point blank, ... the end. And then left. Somebody thought that she was lying. No, they didn't think he was telling the truth. You know, it's like for whatever reason, they didn't want things to add up. They didn't want it to make sense. They still was hooked on this lie or whatever somebody else had put in that this nugget somebody else had put in there, this idea somebody else had put in their mind. But now this person is understanding that everything that they thought was going to work out is not working out. And it was just an idea. This person trying to throw some negative energy towards you, it shit didn't work out. Now this person wants you to help them, help heal them, help to get them to cool, calmer waters. Because now, and they feeling like a fool. They was looking like a fool because they was acting like a fool. It's almost like this person, they wasn't trying to give to you. But now that this person needs something, it's supposed to be different. Like I said, this is karma coming back on this person. This is karma coming back on this person. And they didn't believe it. They didn't believe in your spirit guides. They didn't believe in answers. They didn't believe in God. God said, oh, watch them. Believe in me. When I'm finished with that ass, they're going to be calling to me every day. I'm going to be on their speed dial. They're going to believe in me so much. Anything else, Miss? Okay. Yes. God said, watch me work. God said, hold my beer. Because I'm about to get down and dirty with this clown. And let me tell you something. I feel like God is getting ready to take this person around the world, whooping their ass at every spot. This is somebody who purposely gave themselves and their lineage a curse. You know what I'm saying? Just by being ignorant. Just by being ignorant, you gave yourself and your whole lineage a generational curse. So it's like everybody in your family want to kick your ass. Everybody want to kick your ass because you the asshole. You the asshole of the family. What's the message? Anything else in this deck? Yes. And this high priestess said it and walked the fuck away. Now somebody need the high priestess, the one who said, I don't believe in all that shit. Now you can't wait to talk to her. Now you want to be like, oh, Empress, da 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 da. Things ain't really working out. I'm just kind of confused. Now the King of Cups is really confused. Now he want to see that, that little fish in the cup. You was telling me about that shit, and da 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 da. But see, they didn't want to listen before. Because you didn't have the money before. Now you got the money. So they figure if you got the money, you got the brains. But before you didn't have the money, so they figured, go on with yourself. Go on with your little poor ass. They're speaking to the person with the money, not knowing that the person with the money was the one who stole the money. 4 swords, judgment, Queen of Staffs, 10 of swords. So now somebody praying, because this judgment call was made. Now somebody praying they need some help. They asking for help because the same Queen of Staffs snaked them. The same one that they left you for. The same King of Cups. The same King of Cups that thought you was talking bullshit. Well. See, they didn't want to be with you. Even though you was that perfect choice, even though you was rock solid, they didn't want to be with you. And now somebody may be going to jail for stealing. Or for some fraud or taking something that's not theirs. Somebody may be going to jail. For some shit that they did underneath the moonlight. They thought they was being super slick, but you told them. You told them about somebody. They didn't want to listen. You told them that person was going to take all their money. They didn't want to listen. But they know it's the truth. Unfortunately, this is a hard pill to swallow. Unfortunately, what you had to offer them at that time, they did not want. And Spirit is showing them the error of their ways. Spirit is taking them back down memory lane. Spirit is having Archangel Michael talk to them and keep them up late at night so that they can be sure that they understand the message, so they can be sure it's very clear and apparent who they worked with. Sometimes it has to be like that. Sometimes Spirit has to get into somebody's ass like that. Because I don't know why people think that, God is love and all loving, but I don't know why people think that God is not going to sit here and correct us, chastise us, beat our ass, and shut it down whenever we still act like we can't listen or get the clue. I don't know why people like that. Told you. I hope not, but somebody may have to go to jail. It's like they had a choice. They had a choice. But for whatever reason, it's like, I don't know if this is like a weapon But maybe somebody had a choice. Like, I don't know, I'm feeling like this is like a weapon or something. A weapon to get some money, but they didn't get what they thought they was going to get. They didn't get hardly anything they thought they was going to get. And that's karma, because this person was a fool. They thought they was getting ready to get a lot, like breaking into the bank, and they thought that the vault was going to be filled with gold bullion and bars and just cash everywhere. And they was bringing all these extra bags on them to make sure they had enough. And they had this whole pulley system that they had went to the hardware store and put it together so that they could, pull all that money and that gold out of that vault, because they was going to be rich, bitch. They was going to be rich. Only to get in there and find out it was a sperm bank. And they don't even need no sperm. They didn't even want no sperm. But they got all the sperm that they could possibly want. Somebody's trying to make a plan because they want to balance something out with you. They want to bring some sort of balance with you again, because they know that they have to work on this. They got to bring you something. They got to say, hey, I want to work on this with you, even though they may not be telling the truth, but it's okay, because you're going to see it. You're going to see it. And that's why you're going to tell this person, I think that the wheel of fortune has already turned out of your favor in mine. It's like, this person, they're going to have to think back to whenever they was being really egotistical. They knew they was going to get whatever they wanted, and they was willing to do anything they could to get it. Even if that meant holding back on love from you, they was going to get it. And now they are getting it, but they don't want it. Not the way they're getting it. So now someone's trying to think of a way to, balance things out with you, but they don't want to have to talk to you. They don't want to have to answer any questions. They don't want to have to look in your eyes. They don't want that sword of truth to be out there. They don't want you to be looking at them with those eyes like, yeah, okay, whatever. They don't want you to feel like you're going to have to defend yourself to their lives. They just want you to accept it. Accept whatever it is. Don't question them. Please, just don't question them, because they need something right now. You're supposed to have a heart and not question them, because they are in need. Even though they was listening to somebody who was taking them in the wrong direction, even though you had to protect yourself and your heart from the same person who really intended to ghost you and walk away from you after causing you all this conflict. Here it is. They wanted to ghost you. But it's different now. Because now they need something. So they're willing to talk. They're willing to come to you. They're willing to pull their defenses down to here. Maybe here. About right here. And allow you to talk. And they'll even shake their head yes and smile. And they'll even say the words that sound like they are in agreement with you, like they are really working towards being on the level playing field with you. But we know that ain't it. Because if the only time you got to come to somebody is because you need something, you still don't get it. Still don't get it. They still not coming with no true apology. There's still something fishy in that cup. They still don't get it. They haven't been enlightened yet. They haven't been enlightened. They still think they're going to take something by force. But Spirit has let them know those days is over. Those little devilish days, that's done. This is why you are in the position you are now. But they're hoping that you will help them out. They hope that you help them out. Even though you walked away, your life started over. You completed that cycle. Spirit led you to somewhere else. They're hoping that you help them out. Not that they'll really be appreciative, just so they can get out this tight spot. Let's get that straight. Because see, if they was appreciative, they would have came before they started having money problems. They would have tried to come before they needed a handout. They wouldn't have waited. They wouldn't have waited, and it's like this came sideways. Like, I'm telling you, this person's acting like they're trying to, complete that cycle, but they're really not. They're really not. They really don't. They're not trying to complete those cycles. They just want some help. They just want you to help them out of a tight spot. That's it. You help them out this tight spot, you go on about your business, they go on about theirs. But like I said, everybody else that sat there and watched this person do you wrong, everybody was like, well, shit, I ain't helping you. I sat there and watched you put 10 swords in that person's back. I know I ain't helping you. Because I don't help people like that. But I watch people like that. They watch this person do the worst. And now this person is feeling sad because they were sitting there showboating in front of everybody, burning bridges everywhere. But like I said, now all of a sudden they wanna come to you, and you got to make you after you done made this judgment call, and now this person, they don't want you to look at them like they was just being the fool. They want you to look at them like they was exploring life. I wasn't leaving you. I was just exploring life. It was just a secret. I was going to tell you about it whenever I got back in 75 years, but it was going to be a secret. I just didn't know that my money was going to be funny. See, somebody promised somebody something. This King of Pentacles promises this King of Cups some money, but then walked away and said, nah, I changed my mind. It didn't even have to be money. It could have been some type of investment. They're supposed to help somebody with some investment or something, but somebody changed their mind. They was like, nah, I think that. Yeah, I think not. So now somebody want to come to you and they want to make some apology. They want to, let's start over. I got a good idea. You and me, we're going to start over as best friends. Forget all of that stuff about me, in the back of you. Forget all of that. Forget everything that I said behind your back, because you don't even know a lot of this stuff, and there's no need for us to even go through all of that shit that I said, because I don't even remember half the shit. It was all lies anyway. But let's you and me start over, bestie. Bestie. You already know what this person wants. And you already know what this person's trying to leave behind. Anything else? This could be, I'm telling you, something to either this person, I feel like this person could have been part of your family, but you told this person about this King of Pentacles and you told them the truth. That's the part that's pissing people off. Is when you know somebody and you tell somebody else the truth about somebody, because it's going to hurt that person, because you know that they're not looking at everything, but they're listening to what somebody's telling them. When you're trying to help somebody, even if they would have just said, let me hold up, let me slow up and just see if what collective is saying has some merit. If they would have slowed up and at least considered what you said, it would be a different subject right now. We would be talking about, hey, what can we do to help this person? But this person was like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You hating, you this, you that, you this, you that. And then was ghosting you and disrespecting you and talking bad about you and just being the worst to you, being the biggest devil to you, trying to take you out, really trying to hurt you. When you was just telling this person the truth. Whether it was about someone, it was about a situation, but whatever it was going to make somebody be able to be okay. Well, they didn't want to listen. So now they're not okay. They're losing it all. They may be couch surfing, sleeping on somebody's couch. But whatever it was, wherever they was at, they had to leave. This person had to leave. They had to vacate. And they had to vacate quickly. Like somebody had, I don't know why I'm getting this. Somebody had them served eviction papers. Like they was like somebody had, they was living somewhere, and they thought they was gonna be there. Maybe they was renting a house from somebody, or a room, or apartment. They was renting something from somebody. And then next thing you know, this person served them for no fucking reason. No reason. None. Just like how they ghosted you for no reason, somebody served they ass for no fucking reason some eviction papers. Told them to get the fuck out, get the fuck on. They don't care where they go. Get the fuck gone. Right after they knew that you and this other person was done, that's when they said, I already did what I needed to do. I just wanted to fuck up your relationship. Now you can get the fuck on. Bye, bitch. Bye, ninja. Get gone. Ain't nobody worrying about you. Ain't nobody worrying about you. And that person was like, but I thought we was building on that. They was like, no, I was just holding back. I was taking your money. I was holding your money. I was doing this. You was doing this like some fucking dummy. And I'm taking your money. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. I had my plans. I snaked you like I told you to snake somebody else. I snaked you. Now get the fuck on. And somebody is like, oh my God, stuck. They don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. We don't either. We don't know either. It's too many. We sure don't know either. But whatever it is, you better hurry up and do it. Because see, somebody's getting what they gave to you. They don't like that. They don't like how they're going to have to feel like they have to protect themselves from all these attacks. Just like they was doing it to you. Mm, 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 mm. And now somebody finally opened up their motherfucking eyes and they see. They see what somebody's plan was. And they see how it was not to help them. It was just to hurt you. In fact, this person is being humbled so much because they thought you was hating on them because they was with them. Only to find out they didn't want them. They only wanted you. Boom. They didn't know that they was caught in the middle of a lie. They didn't know somebody was using them to get to you. They didn't know that. But they figured this shit out. Hey, Bert, Nix. Hey, Deborah. Right. I know that's right. Yep. And so that karma, justice, oh, baby, that's coming back strong. Somebody getting it back tenfold, baby, tenfold. You hear me? Because see what they put out, they getting right back. That's why you getting the money, and now they having to come to you begging from you. Because you know what? They refuse to see you whenever you've been self-sufficient the entire time. You've been taking care of yourself the entire time, but somebody else was too fucking blind to see that shit. He was too blind to see the shit. Mm-mm. Now all they want is to work their way back to you. I've been working my way back to you, babe. Yes, but not with no true intentions. Not with no true intentions. You know, it's like this person from the past. They whole wig got split. They whole wig got split. Everything that they thought was happening, that shit is over. That shit happened. That shit was over before it even started. And all they got left is this pinnacle, one pentacle. But when they was with you, oh, their money was flourishing. There was nothing they wasn't getting. It was almost like this person. That's why that person thought they was just the bomb, because they'd be like, God, I want this. Because they was around you, God was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you on the strength that you with my child, But don't act up. Don't keep acting crazy. Because if I got to take it, if my baby leave you, you gonna know that my baby left you, because I'm gonna leave you too. My baby is an earth angel. Now you can act all ugly if you want to, but I'm gonna let you know, play. I'm gonna let you know, play. You better take this shit out. My baby leave you, bitch. I'm gone too. What's the message, spirit? Yes, thank you. They know they have to say something. They know they have to have a communication with you. They almost want to try and weasel out and send a text or a message or something, but they can't. They know they got to travel to you. They know they got to stand in front of you and God and explain why the fuck they was trying to go down that route. What looks so good down there that they wanted to go down there? And why was they trying to stress you out? What the fuck was they trying to do stressing you out? You really want to know. Because see, this person forgot who was carrying their ass. All these fucking cycles that they was positive, they was, in their money. They was getting shit. They was doing wonderful. They was, happy life and everything. All these cycles, but yet all of a sudden somebody think they got to go with somebody who wants to trick them, who wants to make it so that you have to protect yourself against them. They know you want to know. They know you're going to ask. They know they can't get any further than after they answer these questions. Because if they don't answer these questions, they're not getting through that door. They know that shit is dead. You don't give a shit how you know this motherfucker. You don't give a shit if it's one of your damn kids. You already knew what this child was doing. You already knew what this person was doing. You don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. This is time for people to wake the fuck up. Don't nobody have to love you. Nobody don't have to love you. Like I said, they don't realize they gave themselves a generational curse. They gave themselves and their bloodline a generational curse just because they was acting like a fool. Just because they was trying to do too much to you. But that's the truth. Don't nobody have to love you. Somebody needed to know this. They needed to know that they was privileged with that love that they was receiving from you. And that's a hard lesson for anybody and everybody, especially when it comes to your family. Trust me, I know. I got one of those mothers that let me know she did not like nor love me. She was the one who told me that I caused her and my father to get divorced. What? I'm your child. I was one of 4 and didn't even live anywhere near you. What the fuck are you talking about? See, people need to realize and recognize don't nobody have to love you. So those people that choose to love you, it would be in your best of interest to authentically love they ass back, especially if you know they standing 10 toes down with your dumb ass. And that's the truth. That's the fucking truth. What's the message, Spirit? Yep, this person. It's like, hey, where was you at? Where was you at? Where was you at whenever you was going through all these positive cycles with this person in your family that was helping you? Where was you at when your money was great? Where was you at? But now that this judgment call has been made, the Spirit had made that call because Spirit said the truth is going to be known. This person is about to answer some truth here. Where was you at? Like, seriously. What was the message? Thank you. Yes. This is the one who was holding someone down throughout all these cycles, that Empress. This is the one who was loyal. This is the one who never left this person's side. This is the one. And then that fool that they thought was better than you, that fool left them out in the cold. Left them out in the cold. What's the message? Mm-hmm. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Yep. This came out sideways, and they expect you to be the same. You're not going to be the same. You're not going to be that. That person that they knew, That person is back there. They changed that person long ass time ago. Shit is different. You going to a whole nother place. So any little shit that they think they're gonna bring to you, that's just gonna be some shit that they think they're gonna bring to you. But this time for this person, like I said, this person may have to go to jail. Somebody may have set them up and fingered them as being the one who did the worst or did it, or had them sign their name on something. They had them sign their name on something, and now somebody having to make some plans for something, trying to get out of something, or they're trying to work something out. They're trying to get something because something ain't right. Something ain't right. I feel like, you know what? Somebody might be, like the police might be looking into somebody for breaking the law, having to deal with some money. And this person, like I said, they in this holding pattern. They don't know what to do. They stuck. They can't go nowhere. They can't do nothing. And then somebody else told them, you got to leave. You got to get out. Like this is the same person that had them break the law, and when they get caught breaking the law, they talking about some, I don't feel safe with you around me. Nigga, you don't want to have me break the fucking law. What you talking about? That kind of shit. That's that kind of snake shit that people will do. That's like that kind of snake shit people will do. Somebody have to find out the hard way. The hard way. Like the real hard way, like may have to give up their freedom hard way. And they're looking at you. They still don't understand what they was thinking, what they saw, what they was missing. They still are tripping, but at the same time, they still have, I don't see that they have done any steps to get themselves together. They just trying to think how to get out of a tight spot. Oh, here it is. Somebody wants to be healed. Maybe now somebody wants to be healed because they know that you're different. That they can't just come in, schmooze, take from you, go on and have you kiss their ass again. Now they understand that shit is different. They got to answer to some things now. They have to think about everything that they did and everybody they was trying to work with. But yeah, somebody they need something. They don't want you to ask them about. They just want you to give them what they need, and so they can go on. They don't even care if you fuss at them. They just, as long as you give them what they need, then that they can just say whenever they leave, they can just be like, "Well, I got what I want, bitch," and walk the fuck out. This person, tripping. Didn't grow up. Hell is not freedom. Exactly. You can't make this up. Somebody gave themselves a generational curse. That's kind of fucked up when that's the first card from the stack. There's about 300 cards, stack cards I got. This is the only one that popped out right now. The first one, generational curse. Damn. And let karma teach them. Do nothing. I told you, they need your help. That's the only reason they're coming to you is because they need your help. I told you they got a hidden agenda. Didn't I say this? Didn't I say this? Because you're a money man. Ain't this what we already went through? See, the stack is playing with me today. They want me to repeat myself, but I refuse. You're going to give me some new shit out this stack. I tell you that, stack. Yeah. This person, damn. How you fuck around and give yourself a generational curse? That's like fucking around and giving yourself a wedgie. You got to be more careful. Damn, you got to be more careful. This is just nothing because they was around a toxic past person. And they know that they messed up. Yep, something about their career, success, their public image, something about their social network, their prosperity, their fulfilling of dreams. And they said they'd never be in that situation. Well, never say never. Because karma's got your ass on a 5-year stretch. And you know what? You can't get scared now. You done did it now. But you tame their demons. That's the whole thing. This person is sitting there thinking about that shit like, damn, they had it so good with you. It wasn't bad with you. It's been hell over with that other spot. But you tame their demons. It's like you know how to get them to sit down and to think outside the box, to look at what is not all just all up in front of their face, to think of the big picture, to take the high road, to put God into the equation. The only thing that you and they a hoe. They are one trick pony. They a hoe. You know, they was acting like they was too busy. They ain't too busy now. Before they was sitting here sneak sexing, you know. But so the thing is, they went to some practitioner, and this practitioner is scared and refused service. Especially because they didn't know that you was a fighter. And they sure the fuck did not know that you was an empath. But they know for one thing, they cannot break you. They cannot break you. And you're moving forward in spite of the chaos and the confusion. And this person, they know they are spiritually unprotected. Told you this has to do somebody's family tree. Somebody could be spying on somebody, watching somebody. This person, they knew you had to walk away. And this is why they're stalking your social media. This person, they feel like they're having to suffer in silence. You know, they ghosted you and you let go and they mad. They ghosted you, you let go, and they mad that you let go. As they was trying to bully you. They just didn't know how strong your faith in God was and is. That's why you get this new opportunity coming soon. Yes. See, they'd sent the death spell, but forgot about the return to sender times 10. This is that person that was in that evil energy. Now Satan thinks they dumb. And you know what? Even the devil said, don't blame him. Devil said they even went too far. And they realize now that the beef ain't even with you. That person they put them swords in that back. They know now that person ain't your friend. And you even told them they ain't your friend. But they don't want to listen. So you had to let them go. You had to let that ass go. And it's good because now you have a new love offer that's coming in. And they got the message about you now. Not only do they get the message, but they a firm believer now. They a firm believer now that whenever you tell them something and you like, what the fuck I got to lie to you for? What the fuck would I be lying to you for? I'm on your side. We on the same team. Remember, dummy? See, that's the problem. Somebody forgot what team they was on. They switched sides, but didn't tell you. Had they told you that they switched sides, you would have still been okay with it. You just wouldn't have told them whatever the fuck you told them, trying to save them. you still would have been okay with it. You want to be on the losing team, you go right on ahead. Go on. Go get your L. Go get your L. Put it on the jersey. Yep. You be on over there. They made an impulsive move. Now they want to sit here and act like they're clutching their pearls. Cha! Now they're acting like they are paranoid. Hello? Well, everybody knew that this person's intentions were off. Everybody knew that this person was a straight up hypocrite, especially whenever they came back running with their tail between their legs after they got kicked out of wherever they were staying. After that person found out that they fucked up the relationship good and proper like and to the point of no fucking return between you and them, that's when that other person turned on them and told them to get the fuck out. Bye, bitch. With that energy vampire shit. Yep. Bought a house for a friend to let the child homeless. Somebody has these masks come off. And they like, damn. They never thought that they would be in that homeless situation, but they was around that trickster energy, and they knew you were a demon slayer, but they didn't want to listen to you. They felt like you was weird. Like enough people, a whole bunch of people didn't want to be around you. Well, yeah, demons don't hang around angels. And us angels are far and few between. Hello. You don't see a whole bunch of angels at the street corner trying to sing hits and nothing like that. You don't do that. You see us in our house, by ourselves, with our dogs or animals, whatever, doing ourselves. That person, they was helping Satan all the way. Trying to talk about, they was even saying they had secret videos of you. I'm telling you, this is a thief. This was somebody that was stuck in their ego or their pride. But I'm going to let you know, I think somebody's passed on grandfather had to get their ass straight and said, I wish you would try it, motherfucker. I wish you would try it. And see, somebody had to catch themselves because they were sitting there putting like saying shit about you. See, didn't nobody even ask for their 2 cents. Didn't nobody ask for their opinion. But see, they felt like this is the person that they left you for, that they went towards. That person was saying little slick shit about you. But don't you worry. Don't you worry, because Spirit just showed me all that slick shit that bitch then said about you, whether that bitch be a male bitch or a female bitch, all that slick shit that bitch then said about you, Spirit's going to give you a front row seat and watch everything. You can comment if you want to. Spirit said you can comment if you want to, but that person is getting ready to face a moment of truth. And you're going to be right there watching all of it. You even going to be able to lovingly give them that sweet spot gang sign. 2 of these and 1 of these. Okay. But yeah, Spirit said, don't you even worry. That slick shit that somebody thought that they was talking. Oh, yeah, baby. All them words, that motherfucker, you gonna watch that motherfucker having to eat all them fucking words. All of them. There's so many words that bitch has to eat. This person is about to explode. Boom! Somebody needs to go find their own genius and not try and bite your rhymes. Take off of you. Yes, Bert, that is the sweet spot gang sign. 2 of these and 1 of these. Okay. That's what we do. That's what we do up in here. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody, they finally dealing with it. They have to deal with it because Pandora's box was open. They opened up Pandora's box whenever they was trying to sneak. And now this person understands that they had a very distorted view because you're so calm. They had a distorted view of you because you were so calm. They thought that they was listening to somebody else acting like you was just cray-cray. You was just a wild person. And you might be passionate, but it don't mean that you're mean. It don't mean that you're crazy. It don't mean that you're aggressive. It don't mean that you're destructive. Hell, I'm passionate. I am a passionate speaker, but I'm also a very loving person. It don't mean that I'm wild and crazy and destructive. I'm also calm, but I'm just a passionate speaker. Yeah. We're going to do a little bit more, then I'm going to shut it down. Yeah, somebody want to write a note. They looked and they want to, something about, no, this is something about that contract with that house. I'm telling you, somebody did something with this house. Oh, that contract. I feel like it was fraudulent. Somebody did something and it wasn't the truth. It was fraud. It was something. And they had something. And they had somebody else sign on the line. Baby, put your name over there. I want this to be for you. You sign it. Now somebody feel like they got to defend themselves. And they may have to defend themselves in court. But they know they can't come to you. And that's what they said about, because they know you would be right there. You know, especially whenever there was some shit going on and they was acting like like you was the enemy, so you had to walk away. I'm telling you. I hope nobody has to go to jail, but you know what? Especially if it was somebody who was just ignorant. You know? This is somebody who was just in their pride and ego. They just knew it all. You couldn't tell this person nothing. They felt like this is like somebody who reaches the age of 21 and then they feel like, I'm an adult. I know everything. Don't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell this motherfucker nothing. You couldn't tell him nothing. But you can tell them today, though. Today, you can say whatever it is that you want, as long as they get help. As long as they get that money, they don't give a shit what you talk about. You need to talk, go ahead. They'll put the earplugs in, keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. They don't care, keep talking. That's all you got to say? Okay. Because they still feel the same way. And like I said, this person still may have to defend themselves in court because they know they did too much. It was about that they little pocket change they thought they was gonna get, and they thought they was gonna be super duper slick, a half nickel slick. But see, what it was is that person that they was working with, the one that they knew that they was gonna be that ace boom coon. That's the one who dropped a dime on them. Said, police, I got somebody that you may need to pick up. I know they just committed a crime. I sat there and watched them. I sat there and watched their ass. And now they're being investigated for all this money. Somebody is being investigated for a crime that somebody else talked them into doing. That's stupidity. That's got to be the stupidity I've ever heard before. Because see, you the empress, somebody else, they wanted to be their empress status, and they thought, that they could get that from you. If they had your person do all kind of crazy shit, that they all of a sudden would be empress status. No, bitch, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Like, who the fuck are you? Hey, T-Leg. Yep, the bank. What's the message? What else, Spirit? Somebody didn't see it. They truly didn't see it. You was like, hey, I know about this, this person did this, blah, 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 blah. This person was like, I don't see that. I can't see that. I don't see it. I can't see it. I can't see that. I can't see that. They did that. I can't see that either. And so they started working, trying to work together. They was even being loyal to this person that they was working on this crime for, only to find out that person was sneaking them behind their back. I'm telling you. And the whole time, this person was like, I can't see that happening. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? I can't see it. I don't see that. I don't. Now in jail, they're like, oh, I was set up. They set me up. They were like, didn't you see that? No, I didn't see it. Stupid ass. Stupid ass. I shouldn't say stupid. I should say dumbass. That sounds more appropriate. Dumbass. Dumb ass. What's the message, Spirit? 11:33. We get ready to shut it down. What else, Spirit? Regardless, you completed that cycle. You moving forward. Somebody else may even be moving and relocating. Somebody may have to move and relocate. I'm talking to a whole nother city, a whole nother state, just to get away from this old crazy, goofy, loony motherfucker. That one. The witch. The old crazy witch. Somebody is probably going to move, leave everything, and go to a whole nother city, state, maybe country, just to get away from somebody, because they surely hate the fact that they fucked up this relationship with you. They hate that. The one person that was in their corner is the one person they fucked up with. Because you was the only one that was truly giving to them. And they repaid you by not giving you a damn thing, except a headache. Anything else? I think that, something about this house and this contract. And this person who was this magician, this wasn't even no magician. This was like a warlock, trying to put the responsibility on somebody else. And they did it. They did it. Somebody, I want to get out of this because this is making me sad to think that somebody had their eyes closed that tight, that long, that they could allow somebody to talk them into something criminal, and then they end up going to jail for that shit. Now, if you 18, 19, 20, 21, yes, maybe. But if you older than that, you better wake the fuck up, open up your damn eyes. Like I say all the time, truly, this is a spiritual battle that we are in. This is about a battle of principalities. We have to stay on our guard. We have to stay righteous. We have to do what's right. We have to make sure that we are shutting that other shit down. It's on us. All right, y'all. Tomorrow is Saturday. Yay. Let's do some free questions for subscribers. Subscribe and get a free question. Other than that, thank you, Red Violet Crystals. Thank you, J Mike, the moderators, and everyone else. Everyone else. Everyone. I really appreciate y'all. And we'll see each other tomorrow, God willing. And then tonight, get a good night's sleep. And while we're asleep, let's fight the battle. Good night. I love y'all.